everybody, it is I, Widdershins the Great and Powerful. It is time for another Celtic Knot tutorial. However, this is no regular Celtic Knot tutorial. This is the triangular Celtic Knot. Dun dun dun. I know, it's absolutely crazy, right? So basically, my reasoning for this was, okay, what if we do a regular Celtic Knot, but it's a triangle? I know, that's like the craziest idea ever. I can tell you're all completely shocked by this. But yeah, it's quite a nice design. It's kind of similar to the regular Celtic knots, but it's a little more, well, triangular. And I will be teaching you how to create this today. It's pretty easy. I think it's a bit easier than the other one, actually, once you get it down, but if you don't got it down, then it can be a little bit difficult. So, all you have to do to start off with is make yourself a nice triangular grid. It's a little bit harder to make than a square grid, but it's still pretty easy. All you have to do is you do need a good old compass so that can rotate and draw circles and things like that. And you just start off with any line, and then you take that length, draw a arc over like that, go to the other side, take that same length, draw another arc just like that, and the point where that arc intersects will be the third point on a triangle. Fill in the lines, put dots evenly spaced along it. I use centimeters because it looks better than inches, because centimeters are better than inches, of course. There's just no two ways about it. So you have your centimeter spaced dots here, or you can use inches, I really don't care. But you have your centimeter spaced dots here. You fill them in, going along like that, da, 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 all three ways, just like that. So now you have your triangular grid, and you're gonna fill it in. Get out your Sharpie, and we'll start. So this one, it's a lot like Morse code, because it's a series of dots and dashes. Well, not really dots, but it's short segments and long segments. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you take a look here, this grid really consists of lots of little edges over and over again. Edges, 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 edges. All it is edges. So, if you can imagine that a long is just two of these edges and a short is just one of these edges, and we don't care about what happens in the intersections right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a long, just right there in the middle. Start with a long, and don't go through the intersections just yet. We'll get to that in a minute. But you're gonna go along, and then you're gonna do a short one, and you're gonna make it a ribbon, just like the other Celtic knot design. So a ribbon, you're gonna go along, which is 2, short, which is 1, and that means we're gonna go for another long, which is 2, and then a short, which is 1. We've hit the end. All right, let's head back down here. We just did a 2. Okay, so we're gonna do a 1. Now we're gonna do a 2, and we hit the end again. All right. So, and then you just do it for the other directions. So we'll just go here. It's kind of arbitrary what you start with once you've got it going properly. So we have a 2. Okay, so we're gonna do a 1, and we're gonna put another 1 up here. And now it looks like that one is crossing over this one. I don't know if you can see that very well, but we're gonna go for another 2 up there, just like that. Another 2 down there. We'll do a 1, and the 2 would go off, so we'll just leave that for now. Okay, so we got that good, we got that good, now we gotta go sideways. Okay, so let's see. This is where things get a little bit more complicated, because you can't just start putting them down anywhere. You gotta think about this. Now, if we look at this intersection here, what it is it's an intersection of a 2 long and a 2 long. The 1 long doesn't really matter. But what we want is this 2 long and the 2 long, and you can imagine that there is a triangular looking thing, sort of, I drew that poorly. Let me try that again. So we have long bit there, long bit there, long bit there. That's what you want to make. 3 long bits that all kind of intersect and grab onto each other. Bye-bye pencil, we don't need we'll stop rolling. But anyways, yeah, 3 long bits that all intersect. So we're going to put another long bit in there. And then there you have your long. So we'll do a short, and we'll do a short on the other side of that. Let's see, a long would go off and a long would go off, so we're good. But now, what you want to do, now that you have your base, I guess you could call it, is you're going to just fill in the rest of the pattern. The way you do that is by recognizing this. So this little pattern right here, this is kind of the first of the 2 patterns that emerge from this other larger pattern, I guess you could call it. But this one, you got the 3 long bits that all run into each other. And the next one that's going to show up is, it's a Triforce, basically. You know, Legend of Zelda, that game, it's pretty epic. But in this pattern, you're going to find a lot of Triforces, which is just 3 longs that make a triangle, and 3 shorts that make a triangle inside, which is rotated 180 degrees in comparison to the other triangle. So, what you need to find is you need to find your long, and every single long will be part of one of these triangles. So let's take a look at this long right here. Alright, well, if it's going to be a part of one of these triangles, then, let's see, it can't go that way, because, well, there's already stuff over there, but it can go this way. So we're going to put a long there, and a long one right there. Now you can see we sort of have a little Triforce right there. Honestly, I didn't do that very good, but it's good enough. So we have that Triforce, and let's see, there's another long. We can't do the Triforce that way because there's a piece coming in. So we'll put a long one there, and a long one there. Fill it in with short ones. And there we go, we have another Triforce. Alright, and you can kind of just continue this pattern. Let's see, there's a piece, so we'll go long one there, long one there, long one there, long one there. Alright, fill it in with short ones. Alright, there we go. So now, well, I guess we should do these real quick. Fill in these with these other longs with Triforces, because Triforces are cool. Make up the rest of the pattern. This pattern is a little bit more complex than the other one, I would say, or it's a little bit harder to master, so don't worry if you aren't getting this immediately, because it took me like probably 10 tries to figure out how this pattern works. I almost gave up on it, but I did not. Alright, so we're looking pretty good here, looking pretty good. And so let's see, now that we've gone this way a little bit, you see we have 3 Triforces in a row here. Let's think about our pattern. So our base pattern is a long, then a short, then a long, then a short. Now if you see what we have here, we have a short, then a space for a long, and then another short. So I think we'll just go ahead and fill that right in. So we have short, long, short. Looks like it's time for another long. The other bit's kind of intruded there, but that's okay. We have a short. Alright, so we're going to go for another long. And just like that. Well, let's see, this is already forming a little Triforce here, so we'll just close that off. Fill it in with littles. Just like that. There you go. Alright, so we got that down. Let's see. Let's go, okay, so here's this little bit right here. We have the intersection of this long and this long. Let's see, you can't put Triforce right there. Well, let me try that again. That was a bad way of explaining it. What we have right here, I don't know why I can't talk today, but what we have right here is we have a long, then a short. So it's going to be another long, and it's going to be a short one. Let's see, we have a short right there, so we're going to do a long. And once you've got to this stage, you can kind of just fill it in using what you know about the shorts and the longs. So let's see, that's going to be a short one, so we're going to do, sorry, that's a long one, so we're going to do a short one, that's a short one, so we're going to do a long one, that's a short one, we'll do a long one, that's, what do we got here? there's a short one. So we'll go like that, put a long one, complete the pattern. Don't know if you can hear that car or not, but it's very loud. Ooh, this is a fun bit. Okay, so here's a bit of logical patterning. We know that there's going to be a short one there, right? Because there's a long one and a short one. That's what the pattern says. So we know that there's going to be a short one there. We know that there's going to be a short one there. And because they aren't long, that means that something is going to have to come through and cut them off right there. Because it can't go that way, it can't go that way. It's going to have to come through right there and cut them off. And coincidentally, that forms a little triforce just like that. And on the edges here, we'll just fill them in until it reaches the edge. We'll figure out how the edge works later. I'll tell you all about that. And I know right here it kind of looks like that's a short and a short, but really this piece right here is long, but it can't be a long because it would go off the edge. So we just make it a short for the time being. And let's see, we're gonna go like this. That's a short, that's a short, that's a short, so that's a long. Let's see, short can only go there. So that has to be a long, and yeah, really all you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of go through and fill this in. So that's gonna be a short, that's gonna be a short, therefore that's gonna be a long. I'm kind of rushing this one. Normally I would make it look better, like right there. I just went through another line, but whatever. So we'll just go through like this. Just like that, making lots of triforces and whatever this other shape is called. There's probably a proper name for that, but whatever. I didn't go to school to learn this, so we're stuck with long and short for the time being. And let's see, we're gonna put long there, short there, put a long there. And I'm just gonna kind of speed through the rest of this. Hopefully by now you've got the pattern down. If you haven't, that's still alright. I'm not very good at explaining things, but don't really know why I decided to make a channel where I explain art, considering I'm bad at explaining things, but whatever, I don't care, because we're here now doing art. That's pretty cool, so we'll just keep doing it. And we'll go right up here to the top, just like that. Alright, I'm kind of going around filling in the outsides right now. We'll get back down here to the bottom parts that haven't been filled in yet. Okay, we go like that. Throw down a long one right there, another long one there. That's all it really is, just a bunch of long bits and short bits all coming together to form a lovely little pattern. Lovely little pattern indeed. Okay, so we're gonna go there, there. I could have made this a lot more elegant, but oh well. I'm kind of rushing through this. I always rush these things. I will. Okay, so we got that down there. Going through, speeding through. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, because this is probably getting quite boring at this point. Watching me go through lines. Lines and lines and lines. Lines being in line. Sounds like it might be a band cover. Lines in line. That's kind of what letters are, I think. Or tally systems. Lines in line. I'm just ranting at this point. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go for a long boy there, long boy there. Short, 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 short. Okay, there we go. And we have finished. Okay, so you may be thinking, alright, this is pretty cool what you got going on here. You know, it's all the longs, it's all the shorts. But you can't help noticing that on the edges, it's all just kind of, well, frayed, or I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not connected up very well like the other Celtic knots are. So, I will show you how to connect it up. And again, it's kind of just like the Celtic knots. What you do is you think that, alright, he's gonna come, he's gonna go, he's gonna say, oh no, I am off the edge, and he's gonna turn right around, just like that. But he's not gonna go over this guy, because this guy knows, alright, he's also gonna have to go through, and we don't want them covering up each other. So then you just kind of work backwards, saying, alright, this guy is going off the edge, he's gonna turn around, he's gonna come back, run into that guy. And that's really all it is. Just making sure that they all link up properly. Make sure that no line is left behind. Just go through, da, 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 making sure you got everything connected. Going through. It's one side. We'll have to rotate in a second here. Alright, now you're at the corner. What are you gonna do? Well, let's see. This guy right here, this big long line of stuff right there, he's going out that way. And let's see, this guy, this big long line of stuff going that way. Okay, so they're going to connect. He's going to come around just like that and link up. Now you can rotate. You ready for this? Ta-da, like that. And you're just going to keep going. That guy's going to go off the edge. He's going right off the edge, falling off cliffs, in cars, getting coffee. Alright, so he's going around like that, da, da, da. You know, this isn't very interesting, just in the middle bits here, but the end result is worth it. So we'll just keep going around the edge here, making funny noises with the Sharpie. Don't know if the camera can hear that, but we're on the corner again, so we're going to come right around from that side, making sure that they all overloop each other, or whatever you want to call it. Making sure that everybody's equal. Equal in crossings, that is. Yeah, I didn't do this part very well. Oh well. Yeah, normally I would be making this with a little bit more care and a little bit slower, but right now I'm just kind of rushing it so I can show you how it's done. So, we're going through like this, coming around to the home stretch, and just like that, we are at the final corner. Alright, I hope they don't copyright me for that. But, just like that, we'll come around the end, and your pattern is now complete. You take your eraser, wonder where mine went, there we go. Take your eraser, go right over it. It's probably very loud for all of you. Maybe I'll dim down the sound for this part. Quicks a lot too, because my filming setup is rather poor. I don't have a very good stand and my desk is wobbly. But yeah, you just go through and erase it all. And that has now ridded you of pencil lines, and you are left with your pristine, if not mine is somewhat sloppily done, drawing. And yeah, that's it. So this has been Widdershins with another Celtic knot, triangular this time, and I hope you have a lovely day.